Look at this magnificent bouquet. It is arranged around an imaginary S-shaped axis. Each flower is painted with great precision. This masterpiece is 325 years old. It is the work of Rachel Ruysch, a highly talented 17th century Dutch artist. Born in 1664 in The Hague, Rachel grew up in Amsterdam. Her father, Frederick Ruysch, was a famous botanist. They shared a passion for plants, flowers, and insects. At that time, botanical gardens were flourishing across Europe. Among them, the Hortus Botanicus of Amsterdam, where Rachel Ruysch observed and drew both local and exotic flowers at different stages of growth. Frederick Ruysch's technique for preserving plants and insects was very innovative at that time. He used a secret mixture, probably based on wax, alcohol, and chemicals. This allowed Rachel Ruysch to have well-preserved flowers at her disposal, giving her all the time she needed to paint them without them wilting. Even though she had been drawing flowers and animals since childhood, Rachel Ruysch began her official training at the age of 14 with the painter Willem van Aalst, a master of still life. In the 17th century, the art of still life flourished, particularly among Flemish and Dutch painters. These paintings depicted inanimate objects, animals, food, floral compositions, and everyday items. They also included elements symbolizing the passage of time and mortality, such as skulls, hourglasses, and extinguished candles. These are known as vanitas, reminding humans of their mortality. Many women were confined to painting flowers, as they could do it from home. Rachel Ruysch excelled in this art. She managed to bring life to her bouquets by intertwining stems to add movement, mixing colours and flower shapes to create a composition with depth and light. She sought to blend species from various regions and seasons. Rachel Ruysch didn't limit herself to drawing flowers. Trained also by Otto Marcius, a master of forest floor art, she introduced all sorts of insects and animals into her paintings, like this pretty beetle. She was inspired by artists such as Maria van Oosterwijk, and Maria Silbila Merian. Rachel Ruysch played with contrasts using very dark backgrounds, giving the feeling that the flowers and animals were lit from behind. This gave her a unique style. Her attention to detail even captured the grains of pollen inside each open flower. Her family lived on the Blomgracht, or Flower Canal, in Amsterdam. In the 17th century, this canal was considered the most beautiful in the city. Rembrandt set up his studio there. Rachel Ruysch received commissions from the wealthy of the city and from all over Europe. Her works were even part of the Medici family collections. She lived well off her art, and her husband, Urian Poole, also a painter, supported her, as shown in this painting where he proudly points to one of his wife's paintings. They had 10 children, the last one when she was 47, testifying to Rachel Ruysch's incredible health. Her era is reflected in her paintings. She referenced the conquest of the Americas by painting vegetables like maize, squash, and chestnuts, newly introduced to Europe. In 1708, Prince Johann Wilhelm of the Palatinate, today a German region, appointed her court painter, a position previously held by only one other Dutch flower painter, Maria van Oosterwijk. Later, in 1708, she became a court painter in Düsseldorf, but continued to reside in Amsterdam with her family. She was highly recognized during her lifetime, which was rare for a woman artist. Rachel Ruysch painted until the age of 83, producing hundreds of paintings that never fell out of favour. You can see her works around the world, in the Netherlands at the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, at the Mauritshuis in The Hague, in the United Kingdom at the National Gallery in London, in the United States at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, and at the National Museum of Women in the Arts, Washington, D.C.